Hello, soccer fans. It is election night here, 2009, November 3rd, to be exact. We're at the George Brendler Field for some playoff soccer action here between the Eagles of Chazy and the Keene Valley Beavers. Tonight's game pits the number...
It ain't the Keene Valley.
It isn't? Keene Central? Well, I get E-Town, Lewis, and E-Town. You always straighten me out on that, Calvin. I guess after all these years I would learn. And it is, looks like Lexus Bushy looking to get a shot off quickly. And Emma Nye is in net tonight. We'll get into that story in just a little bit. But Chazy comes into this game with a perfect record of 17-0. They are ranked number 2 in the state, and they have faced the Keene Central Beavers 3 times this year. They played them here at the George Brendler Field earlier in the season. Chazy won that game 7-0. Then they went down to the Beaver Den, if you will, down in Keene Central, and they placed these girls or faced them off down there, and they won 5-0. And you think 2 would be enough in a season, but then they had to play for the MVAC championship, so they played at a 3rd place, and they played down at Camp Dudley down in Westport, and Chazy dominated that game 6-0 with 5 goals from Austri Kempinen. So you think tonight's game, Chazy would definitely have the distinct advantage to win this game and make it to the sectional finals, either against Wells or Lake Placid, who played earlier today. We don't know yet who won that game, but the record, this past record, would favor Chazy, that they should move on. And Emma Nye, the big goal scorer, the athlete for the go-to girl for Keene, and here comes Victoria Reynolds, and she scores right off a minute 47 into the game. And where I was going with this, I was talking to Coach Hooper before the game. There's a couple of reasons why Emma Nye is in net. One is she's just getting over the flu, the H1 flu, basically, and her endurance isn't where it should be. The other thing is she's a very all-around good athlete, and he wanted to put her in net to try to keep this high-scoring team off the board. But Chazy, with Victoria Reynolds, the leading point getter in the league, at a minute 47, finds the back of the net. And Chazy goes ahead 1-0, so they strike early here, and it was Victoria Reynolds at the 38-15 mark getting the first goal against Keene, and Emma Nye into the net. Now, Calvin, one thing's for sure, on Election Day, we have some big matches today. Of course, we have Chazy and Keene. We have Hoffman against Owens, and then, of course, we have Giroux against Mannix for the county, or the Clinton County Treasurer. And by the end of tonight, we will have a winner in all 3 of those races.
And there's going to be another Class D game going on somewhere else. Who else is playing?
We're talking about Wells and Lake Placid. They played earlier, and I got to get the attention of Coach Trombley down there to see if she's heard who won that game earlier today. And we'll do that when Joe, and we see Joe mosey on over. I know you're following the game, but Joe's moseying on over. He's here, but he wanted to get his dinner in, and he wanted to get his hamburg and his Mickey fries in before he came up here. So our color man, Joe Poisson, is on the way. And, you know, Calvin, I think he's still not happy the way contract negotiations are going on, so he's kind of pushed the envelope here.
Yeah.
And as if you guys are just newcomers to Hometown Cable, you know that Joe's paid very well, about as well as I am.
Yeah, he's a new guy, and he gets paid just as much as you do.
Yeah, you know, I have more time on the job than he does.
And heck, he gets paid just as much as Sam does.
So you do have some dedicated support staff then, don't you, Calvin?
Yes, I do.
What's even more impressive is Sam.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Sam steps up for you. We obviously do this because we enjoy soccer and basketball, and we enjoy following the high school sports, so we're here for the games anyway, so it's fun to carry the game. But the Eagles, if they can win this game, will move on, and Lake Placid, we feel, would be favored in the other semifinal game. They play in the CVAC all year long, and Lake Placid has an 8-8 record, so that's pretty impressive playing in the CVAC. And then because of their school size, can drop down to the D level for playoffs, which they have done. And they Wells actually took out Willsboro. There's a high shot, and they took out Willsboro, who was the 2nd seed, and so it was a big victory for Wells. So Wells could give Lake Placid some problems, but Chazy comes into this game with an overall record. It's kind of windy here, so I'm going to try to get the information for you. But Chazy comes into this game with a 17-0 record. They have scored now 94 with that goal from Victoria Reynolds, 95 goals for and 1 goal against. So it's just been a dream year here for the Eagles with record-wise and what their offensive production and defensive production is. And Trombley has it here on the near sideline. She'll work her way up, sends it up over to Chelsea Gay, who knocks it up over to Alexis Bushy. Bushy will take it into the 18, some good speed, good defensive play, knocking it out. And it's Bushy with the ball going back over to Gay. Chazy will play their possession game, and Gay will now work her way into the box. And there's Victoria Reynolds fighting for the ball. And defensively, Keene steps up, and they clear it outside the box, but good pressure here by the Eagles. Bushy trying to send it across here, being challenged. And it will go off the end line, so it will be a corner kick here for Chazy. And Alexis Bushy, who has played in the sweeper position all year long, is now on the right offensive wing here. And in the defensive end, in the sweeper position, is Kirsten Dorn, who is back from her hip injury earlier this year. Nice knockout by Nye, and that's one reason why Coach Hooper put her in net. And of course, for you folks who watch Hometown Cable, Coach Hooper has been up in this booth a few times with Joe and I calling these games, and I talked to him before the game, and he said even during this game he'll try to make it up here, so it'll be kind of a different flavor, Calvin, that we don't normally see at this level.
We'll see if he gets up here or not. I can't imagine a coach doing that, but who knows?
Maybe he was just talking to talk, but we'll see what happens here.
You mentioned Lake Placid, Joey, and they are obviously a Class D school because they're in the Class D playoffs. And I was just going through the basketball schedule for the CVAC this afternoon, and they apparently have no boys basketball team this year.
Oh wow, that's too bad.
Yeah, they have a good hockey program there, and being at the D level, they probably ran out of kids to put up a basketball team. They got a lot of kids that ski and do things like that up there, you know.
Well, I don't think they would bring them down to the D level, because if you're in one section, you got to either be there or not be there, and the only time you can come down would be in sectional play or playoffs.
You're talking about league.
In the league, yeah.
MVAC, CVAC.
Right, so
yeah.
I mean, sports, so you can't just go and play one sport
in the league.
In the league, you got to bring all your sports there.
Yeah, but the A, B, C, D is all based on your school size, so it doesn't matter what league you play in at that point.
Come playoff time.
Right.
That's correct. But during the regular season, what I'm saying is Chazy can't go into the CVAC for soccer, but yet stay in the MVAC for basketball and baseball.
No.
It's got to be an all or nothing. I mean, because we've obviously looked into that, and they're like, no, you come over, you're bringing everything over. And, of course, that would not be fair for the other two sports, because Chazy would not compete, I don't think, in the baseball or the basketball arena with those bigger schools. Did you lock the door? That was Joe Puss knocking on the door. We locked him out accidentally here. Yeah, wink, wink. Here comes Bushy. Nice play by Bushy. Sends it across. And nice defensive play by the fullback. And they're packing it in.
Yeah, Chazy's looking really good tonight. I've been watching him for the last couple of minutes.
Well, while you're eating your hamburger,
yes,
we talked about that. We got you coming over.
Great.
I
talked to the athletic director in Norcross. He did a good job in the field today. He says it's still pretty sloppy. It was looking good. Then it poured for about a half an hour, and it soaked it all again. But
I talked to one of the parents whose son who played here last night for Northeastern Clinton, and she goes, he tells his mom, he goes, oh, Mom, it was like playing on a professional field. It was so nice. And it is a beautiful field, but I said it's wet right now. I said earlier in the season it was really in great shape. But it is a beautiful field.
It is. It's still in nice shape.
Before you got here, Joe, we're talking how Chazy has dominated this team this year with 7-0, 5-0, and 6-0 victories. And there's nothing to lead us to believe tonight that anything would be different, other than Coach Hooper put Emma Nye in net, his better athlete, to see if she can keep this high-scoring team off.
Was it a minute and 30 seconds into the game?
37 to be exact.
Yeah, so it's maybe the same old. He's going to try to keep it. low scoring as possible.
And I talked to Coach Hooper again. He gave me his roster here, and I said, next year, do you think maybe you could put it in numerical order? And he goes, oh, that's true. You guys called the game better. I said, yeah. So Coach Hooper has said that he will put it in numerical order. Plus, we don't know. We have to see this to believe it, but Coach Hooper told us that he'll try to get up in the booth during this game. So it'd be kind of like when they talk to the manager live, like during the World Series going on right now. They'll put the headset on him.
On-field reporting.
On-field reporting with Coach Hooper. And maybe what we can do is we just lower the microphone down to the bottom and bring Coach Hooper right down at the bottom.
I have something else.
And interview him.
This is actually the seniors' last game they're going to be playing on this field.
You know, Joe, that's a good point. This is their last game on the George Brendler Field. I thought about it the other day. I forgot about it tonight. Carries a little more special meaning for me because number 20, Sagan Trombley, my daughter, being a senior, this is her last game here on the George Brendler Field. And I know the seniors are obviously enjoying this season very well, and they'd like to keep it going for at least another 5 games, counting this game, because that would mean a state championship.
What a move by Kempinen. That was a really nice move, and I have to agree with you on that. Bushy's tough over here on the outside. That was a nice move that Coach Trombley did, moving Bushy to that outside midfield spot and dropping Kirsten Doran. Kirsten Doran was tested back there in the playoffs.
Bushy played the sweeper position.
All year long.
And obviously she has a lot of faith in Kirsten Doran, and why not?
She does. Yeah, sure she does.
Very talented player who's obviously back, I think, 100% from her hip injury.
Yeah, and Bushy's a little more seasoned. She's bigger. She put her up there using her for some offense, which is a good idea because Kirsten Doran actually is one of the high scorers in the
she is
in the league. So,
and you know who else is in the one of the top scorers this
nice
year?
Cross. Look at that ball.
This is nice. Oh, what a save! What a shot by
Chelsea Gay.
Chelsea Gay.
That's 2 point-blank shots by Chelsea Gay.
And Emma Nye's come up big twice, and that's again another nice strategic move by Coach Hooper. To put Nye into net.
But they're already down 1-0, so it's going to be interesting how this plays out.
Well, the ball has been all in Keene Central territory here. So the offensive pressure from the Eagles, where I was getting at is Megan Reynolds, who's been the right or left fullback here for the Eagles. She's in the top 15 for points for goals this year, which is pretty impressive.
It is. I have a question. Who are the officials this evening?
We have on the far side is light bulb or flash bulb Bayshard, and then locally down here behind us.
I think this guy's name is. I thought of it the other night after the game. I think his name is Lee. Last name is Lee.
Lee.
I'm going to go Rick Lee or something like that there. But I think he's up here every year, but we only see him this time of the year.
Latchmore wins that battle. Sends it into Keene territory, giving Chazy Gay. She pushes it back over to Kempinen, and of course Kempinen's the field general for Chazy.
Smart plays.
Short spreads the field, over to Sandra Olds.
Just keep it moving.
And there's Chelsea Gay with the ball being challenged on the far side by the defense of Keene. And I can't pick her number up, but I think it was number 14, which would have been Jessica Kaner. But Chazy does a nice job spreading the field. You can see when and one thing that Chazy does very well, you don't always have to go forward to set the offense up. A lot of times they do a good enough job pushing the ball back.
It's all possession. That's what it is, just possession. And it works well. Chazy plays well with a possession game.
That is their game.
It's a good style, it works. Because, you look at history, whoever normally possesses the ball more wins.
Normally speaking, and there's a hard shot.
Oh, yeah. Good shot right outside.
Of course, last night we watched the Northeastern Beatmantown game, which the boys won at Northeastern boys. Congratulations to them. They won 2-1. But it was a different style of game that we watched last night.
North-south, total north-south.
North and south, and a lot of speed for those Cougars.
A lot of. I'll tell you what, they impressed me with their speed and their size.
Yeah.
They were tough, fast. They made the passes when they had to, but they don't, quote unquote, they don't put together 3 or 4 passes in a row. Very seldom do they do it anyway.
It's a different style of soccer.
It's a totally different style.
Not that it's a wrong style of soccer.
It works for
their style, exactly.
It works for them. And once again, they're going to be in the.
They're in the finals.
They're going to be in the CVAC
and
championship.
Matter of fact, tonight PHS plays Saranac.
Yeah.
And that game, actually Northeastern and either Saranac or PHS will be here at the George Brendler Field. I mean, that game will have been played before this game is on the Access Channel, Channel 24. It may be posted on Plattsburgh.com, and we want to say that too. Go to Plattsburgh.com.
Nice pass right there by Reynolds down on that defense. What a nice player she is. She's turning out to be really as good as she was last year. She's getting better and better.
See that pass by Victoria, passing it back over to Latchmore?
Yeah, just chipping it back in.
And Keene is just packing the box up. There's another pass back. And Sandra O's gets it toward the net. It'll be a goal kick. But Chazy's doing a nice job moving around, taking what chances they have, opportunities, and then letting the ball go toward the net.
Yeah, that's a fact. Did you have a Coca-Cola before we came
No,
up
I didn't.
here?
It just came up.
Okay.
No, actually, I'm at halftime. I'm ready for dinner. I mean, you already had a premature dinner, but I'm looking forward to it.
That was my lunch dinner.
Lunch dinner?
Yeah.
Your brunch?
I guess if you want to call it that.
It'll probably be another 5-minute halftime day, though.
Yeah, I think so. It'll be a rush. Yeah. Well, there's Kempinen.
But Calvin, we were looking for you last night at that Northeastern Beatmantown sectional game.
At the Northeastern Peru sectional game, yeah. I
We figured the girl and Sam wasn't available.
I didn't even ask him. He covers the Chazy games for me, and
That's enough to ask.
he grudgingly does that.
He needs a
I thought it was nothing but love. I thought it was a labor of love for him.
Not this time of the year. He'll be here tomorrow night, freezing and wishing he was somewhere else. But that'll be his last game till basketball.
Okay, so you aren't here tomorrow night. Sam's on the camera.
I'll be at PHS for the Class C championships.
Northern Adirondack
And Seton.
Catholic.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
boys and girls
Oh, okay. Where's that? At Plattsburgh?
at PHS.
At
Yeah.
PHS, okay.
Good. They have one game, and that's all they play in the playoffs for the Class C's.
The girls had a game against Ty.
Okay.
C did. And they won that. Then the boys.
They have to play Seton.
The boys, there was only 2 Class C schools, so. But then the girls level, the Ty has a team, and of course Ty has a football team, so they don't have a boys soccer team.
Right.
And the other Class C school, that might be it. I think that's just it. You know, used to throw Lake Placid in there once in a while. Sable Valley used to be a Class C, but they're now a solid Class B. So right now they're just the 3 schools in the area that are Class Cs.
So it comes for a very watered down playoff.
Yeah.
Well, here comes Alexis Bushy again. Sends it into the box. Beautiful cross, knocked out by the defense. And she steps right back up. And there's Victoria Reynolds, or Sandra Olds, getting the shot off, going over the net.
You know, earlier this year when I saw Victoria Reynolds scoring about 3 goals there in about a 2-minute period, you know, I mentioned that she's always in the right place at the right time, just happened to be there. But that's something you can't teach those kids. I watch these games and you look at somebody kicking the ball and you say, why didn't that kid get there before that?
Right.
You know, to be able to get there where the ball is going, that's something you can't teach these kids.
She has the instinct for it.
Right.
Exactly.
She's a scorer. She always has been. Since she was an 8th grader.
Well, when you look at Victoria, then you look at her sister Megan, we're talking 2 great players, but 2 different style of players, 2 different positions.
Yeah, but I think Megan, you know what Megan's problem was, even at the youth level, she wasn't selfish enough. You know, and to score goals, it does take a certain amount of selfishness, but that is your job. Your job is to put the ball in back of the net, and you got to shoot sometimes. You can't always look around for the pass. I remember Megan, I used to always, I would get on her case. I'm like, Megan, shoot the ball, because she'd always look for the pass first.
Right.
You know, and do a good job getting the ball away, but she's just a different kind of player.
And there's
what a nice receive. You see her receive that ball?
Yep.
Beautiful way to receive that ball, Lapeer.
Caitlin Lapeer just
solid,
brought it right down to the ground.
Just solid.
And then
Turned it
one-timed it.
Yeah, it was going the way she wanted it to go, and she didn't stop the ball. Kept it moving the way she wanted it to move, and made a nice pass with it. Just a excellent technique that she has. Good foot skills.
And down at Camp Dudley, Keene had all they could see of Austria Kempen. She scored 5 goals with them down there. But in fairness to Keene, first off, the weather down there was less than desirable. It was raining a lot, but they had 2 or 3 key players out, M&I being one of them,
Yeah.
who was out with the flu, the H1N1, and Luisa Sardella, which is number 16 out there.
That's their 2 major players.
2 major players were out of that game, so he was definitely short some players, and so they weren't at 100% for sure in the NBAC Finals.
Well, we're halfway done this first half here. We have a little more than 20 minutes left, and Chazy with a 1-0 lead. The Eagles have outshot them 7-0 as of now. I don't believe. Well, Keene Valley's brought the ball down a couple of times halfway, and Took has that nice feed.
Oh, wow! What a feed from Victoria over to Kempinen, and Kempinen tried to go high.
So that's but Reynolds does that too, as well as put the ball in back of the net. You know, she gets some nice assists. She plays good balls. She really does.
Well, the reason this team is 17-0 this year is because of the unselfish play from all the players and the team chemistry.
They're scoring by committee. It's Victoria. Yeah, she is the high scorer and
MVP of the league.
Yeah, with Kempinen behind her.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
without a doubt. And I think in both categories, in goals and as far as MVP. But as you know, you see them work well together. You know, Kempinen has more assists than goals, and she has the second most points in the league. So,
Right.
you know, that shows her unselfishness. That's what she does. When you're the general out there, she sets everything up and controls it, and she's done a fabulous job all year.
Well, the top 2 goal scorers are Victoria Reynolds and Austria Kempinen. You know, Keene has to go up against that. They're going against a team that's second rated in the state. They made it last year Final Four. They're 17-0 this year. They've scored 94 goals, given up 1. I mean, this is a big mountain for these girls to climb here tonight at the George Brendler Field.
But you know, they got to, after the last few games have been played out, they played each other 3 times. They got to kind of be happy with a 1-0 deficit at this point.
You would think so.
So it's, you know, the game is not over.
No, they came here to play,
You know,
and
Coach Huber did a strategic move by putting his best athlete. She's a great basketball player.
Yes,
from
she
what I
is.
understand. You know, she has great hands, and you want to use those hands in the keeper position. It's a smart move by
right now
by
it's
Coach Huber.
been a great move by Hooper because M&I has kept at least 2 or 3 other goals from going in.
She has too.
Because of her athletic ability.
Well, but Chelsea Gay had a couple of shots point blank, and they were right at the keeper. And she didn't have to dive or really, you know, make any spectacular save.
No, but they were hard.
They were very hard, point blank. But
It would be a wrist shot in hockey terms if you're a hockey player like Chelsea Gay, or a slap shot in the slot.
Yeah.
And the goaltender, M&I, comes up big. Stick save and a leg save. We'll tie a little hockey and soccer together here, Joe, just because it's Chelsea sport. Now, how's that for color, buddy?
that's a lot of color, Joe. It's a lot of something else too, but we'll leave it at color.
Here comes Megan Reynolds into Keene territory, working her way down the far sideline, gets it up over to Caitlin Lapierre. Lapierre fighting hard for the ball, trying to find Chelsea Gay. Gets by the defense and giving chases Victoria Reynolds. And it'll be a throw in. No, it's kept in. Nice play by Reynolds. Oh, nice play for Reynolds. Getting it over to the box, trying to find number 14 was Chelsea Gay, and it's cleared up toward midfield, controlled by Kempinen. Kempinen now work her way toward the 18. Gets a shot off, and there is M&I. And Devin Latchmore is in the stopper position. No, and you sit here and you wonder with this defense of Chazy, I mean, how long can they keep this streak going of only giving up 1 goal? I mean, it's just unheard of. Nice play by Trombley, getting it up over to Bushy.
Nice
she comes
ball.
back. Trombley, nice give and take.
That's all right.
A little too far ahead, but right idea.
They're working well together, the girls again.
And you have Christina Fabiano coming into the game, as well as number 7, Sarah Kaltenbach. So some changes here by Coach Hooper.
Flashball Bayshard is on this side now, you see?
Yeah, we have Flashball Bayshard, and that's just a name that will stick with him.
Whenever he's in shape.
And he's a very good official too.
He's an excellent one.
We say that with love to Larry Bayshard.
Oh, yeah.
He knows that. He gets a chuckle out of it now when we say it to him. He still defends it.
Give him a pay raise.
He goes, I heard thunder, and he goes, and I saw the flash. To this day, he still defends what he did.
A ref is never wrong.
Now they got their whistle. No. And Kempton, and what's
Another corner.
another corner? Yep.
Chazy might want to try a quick short corner.
They don't look to be right here.
Go to her, go to her.
Yeah, she's talking. Here's Coach Trombley telling Trombley to go right to her. There you go.
All right.
And good read by the defense.
That was good. Rather have a throw-in than a corner kick.
Yeah, as Brittany Guerin
Trombley needs to
picked up
get
on
there
that
just
one.
a little quicker.
Yeah, she wasn't really
No.
thinking about doing that.
Or just get it and instead of feeding it back to Kempton and just serve it in.
That was definitely an option also.
Good defensive play.
It was. Guerin did a nice job stepping up defensively, and that would be a hand. Oh,
On white or orange? Go. Look for a cross. Just look for a cross.
Well, Joey, it's kind of surprising the pressure the Chazy Eagles have put on the Beavers. They've been down inside that the Beaver box pretty much at will, and they have one goal to show for it.
well, it kind of reminds me somewhat, even though I think we peppered the net much more, was the game that they played Long Lake down at Johnsburg, where they had 50 shots on net and didn't score. So it was just one of those games. And look at that nice play by Doran. Didn't panic. Over to Chelsea Gay. Gay has it. Now goes to the open field. See, beautiful play. And now giving chase is Bushy and Guerin. And Guerin does a nice job. And Bushy took her down. But Guerin did a good job cutting the angle off there.
It's good speed. Some nice ball movement by the Eagles, though, still.
You know, the shots are 9-0. We have 14 minutes here left in the first half. With the scores of those first three games, like you say, this at this point is Hooper couldn't ask for anything more.
Nice receive by Bushy right there too. Just the ball doesn't bounce a long way from these ladies. You know, they receive it very well. Good, excellent skills.
And Olds goes right up to Caitlin Lapeer, and she's been quiet this game.
She got the assist.
Did she get the assist?
Yeah, she got the assist. A nice ball right there.
Oh, nice there over the head of Reynolds.
Some of these girls, you know, they just remind me they're hard workers. You know, like Bushy, you have Gay and Reynolds and Latrimore. They're like coal miners.
They're blue collar.
Yeah, they just keep plugging away, you know, and they just work hard. Lapeer, you know, constantly working hard.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at this record and their goal scorers, you may think it comes easy for them. Well, the reason they're there is because of the hard work that they put into it.
They really do. Olds, you know, I mean, they all do. All these ladies do.
Sandra blossomed this year as a player.
Yeah, she did.
For the Lady Eagles. And, you know, there's Trombley stepping up. The big thing was Olds had the big goal down in Willsboro. When Willsboro scored the only goal this year on them with 8.1 seconds, it was Sandra Olds.
Look at the speed of Kempton in here.
There she goes.
On the side. She needs a little support, though.
Nice defensive play.
She needed some support by Bushy or Trombley to come up and support her.
But Sandra Olds had that big goal at the header to score that winning goal. And it's a goal kick. So Calvin says Ricky Lee. We don't know if that's it, but we'll call him Ricky Lee.
Good name, Danny.
Hey, it's a good name. There's nothing derogatory about it. It's Ricky Lee. You know?
See, if he supported hometown cable, we'd know who he was.
Well, maybe he does. maybe he does.
Calvin knows everybody.
By the time the team is up here in the fall,
All right, a little lighter.
A little too much weight, but
Talk, Trevor.
great idea.
And some more wholesale changes coming in here. We had Amanda Boyle. We had 14 Kaner coming in. I think I saw 20 and 24, or at least I saw 24. That would be Megan Hall, who normally is the goalie. She's in the game now, and M&I is in the net. And the ball goes off the sideline here, so it'll be a throw in here for Chazy. And Lexus Bushy with the throw in. Finds Kempinen. And it's cleared out here by the defense. And out of bounds, another throw in for Chazy. Trombley will take the throw in. Trombley has options. She'll go over to Kempinen. Kempinen pushes over to Latrimore. Latrimore has it knocked away. Giving chase is Bushy. Nice play by Bushy, trying to battle Guerin. Guerin does a nice job taking away from Bushy. Bushy challenging. Deep into Keene territory by the flag, near sideline.
Way to
Coming over to help is Gay, and it is a throw-in for Chazy. Bushy over to Victoria Reynolds, back to Bushy. Nice movement by Chazy into the box, and Emmanai did a nice job calling off the defense. Comes up with the ball and trying to hit to the foot of number 14, Kaner. And Reynolds will push it back over to Dorn. Goes far side up over to Sandra Olds. Olds has it knocked away, kicked out by number 3, Sardella, into Chazy territory. And Doran pushes it all the way over to Trombley. Trombley being challenged. She'll push it up to the open space here. She does. She finds Alexis Bushy. Bushy traps it. Now pushes open a space up over to Kempinen. Kempinen through ball, trying to find Victoria or Caitlin Lapierre. Lapierre working her way in. She's being challenged by number 24, Megan Hall, who is normally the goalie, out today. Playing outside, and there's the shot. Oh, Lapierre just misses the far side. Good effort by Caitlin Lapierre.
Yeah, good work. Girls are passing well. You know, they brought that up from the defense with Doran receiving the pass. Trombley's got to get a little bit wider. I noticed when she goes to receive that ball, she needs to get wide and show. She got to hustle back there. Give her somebody to pass to.
Ball's headed out by Kempinen toward the box, headed by Chelsea Gay.
Oh, gee.
Lapierre was there, just missed it, and now it's cleared out toward midfield. Trying to be trapped here by the Keene Beavers. Number 23 would be Anna Kawanko. And it is Latchmore working her way. Looks to get a shot off. And yesterday we saw a shot like that from Beatmantown that just skid under the goalie's legs, which he was stunned. I think even the fans were stunned on that one. But it was wet last night. Trombley stops it. Trombley trying to cut the angle off. Trombley shielding her. And nice play by number 22, Latchmore, coming up. Victoria Reynolds with the ball. She pushes it up. It goes out of bounds. And it'll be a throw in here for Keene. Trombley trying to keep it in. It goes off of Trombley. So Keene getting an opportunity here into the Chazy territory about halfway down near sideline. The ball comes in. Latchmore sending it up into Keene territory. There's Lapierre and Gay. And defensively, number 8, Gothner, sends it into Chazy territory, but Latchmore sent open space. And
They call her offside.
Offsides on Chelsea Gay, I think. And Emmanai comes way over to take the kick. So here's a strategy. You don't usually see this too often. And Bushy. And it is Doran. Switches fields over to Sandra Olds. Olds will look to trap the ball. Nice hustle by number 24, Megan Hall. And the ball controlled far side by, is it Lapierre? No, Lapierre's on this side, so that'd be Chelsea Gay over there. Here's a deflection. And Nye saves it, kind of, but it goes off the end line, so it'll be a corner kick for Chazy. So with 6:19 to go, only one goal given up.
Got to give good move by Coach Hooper.
Yeah.
Keeps his team in the game.
Yep. Chazy's in the game right now.
They got a lucky break. Closest game they've had in a while, isn't it? Well, it was.
Oh. Did that just curve in?
I don't know how that.
I'm thinking that was Kempinen.
The deflection.
We're going to find out. Here comes Larry Bayshard. 23 on the corner kick. She bent it in. So Kempinen at 5:58.
You gotta like that. Now, did she score a goal like that during the championship game also?
Yeah, a couple of them actually.
In the same game.
Yeah.
That is a dangerous weapon.
Yep. So it was Kempinen unassisted. You said Lapeer had the assist on the other one?
Correct.
So at 5:58, Kempinen scores. So now it's a 2-0 game.
Just before the half, too.
That's a big goal.
Yeah, it really is.
And
Now they got to come up. You know, they got to come up out of their defense, Keene, and try to get something going, and they haven't been able to as of yet.
I mean, if you're the coach Hooper and your team's down 2-0 to a team that's only getting up one goal in 17 games or 18th game, you got to just go for broke at this point.
Yeah, he didn't come up here for the tie. I mean, believe me.
No.
Coach Hooper. That's for
No.
darn sure.
So I would think that he's just got to tell the girls, push it.
Push it out.
Whether you lose 2-0
There's another chance for the Eagles.
or 5-0 or 7-0, it doesn't matter.
Makes
A
no
loss is a
difference.
loss.
Makes no difference, you know. So it's it was a good move by Coach Hooper to keeps his team still in the game. They're down by 2, but it's gonna be hard to get anything going against Chazy.
Against the stingy defense. And the ball will work its way out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for Chazy. We have 4:51 here left in the first half. Chazy looking to take Keene out for the 4th time this year, and if they do that, that's hard to do. Beat somebody 4 times in 1 year.
Yeah, it is. Especially a quality team. It's tough to beat any quality team 3 times.
Well, Keene had a winning record overall this year. They were 7-6.
Mm-hmm.
They were 4-3 in their division, or 5-4, or something like that. And that's why they played in the championship game for the MVAC. But for the seniors, he doesn't have down what their age group is. And we got a sparse crowd here tonight.
Yeah, there isn't.
Kind of on the chilly side.
I don't know what the. That was a tough foul. That was a hard foul by.
Was that Megan? Yeah,
Yeah.
Megan Reynolds.
Also, the paper didn't list this game.
No, it didn't. That was kind of weird. I was looking for that too. So I don't know if it's because of all the changes, because of the flu, everybody being out. But the girls seem to be getting healthier.
It is, yeah, that's what a lot of it is. Everybody's just.
A lot of confusion, a lot of.
Yeah, but it's still, they know when the game is going to be, it should be in the paper. Because last night's game, some people didn't know there was a game here last night either. That was in the paper, I believe.
That was in the paper, yeah.
But it's just one of those years, and if that's the worst thing that happens, we'll be fine.
Well, last night, Calvin, of course, you were doing the Northeastern girls down there. This booth was full of Plattsburgh State television communication majors last night. There were 3 or 4 of them up here. We stayed for the first half. It was just a good vantage point. And then the aroma of the Mickey fries kind of caught us. We went over there to help indulge in some Mickey fries.
Joey did. He lost some weight last night, I noticed. He was definitely...
I was gone.
You were looking thinner, though. I mean, with the young ladies around.
Oh, jeez. Imagine that. Oh, God, yeah.
You were looking thinner, Joey.
I'm looking thinner. Joe, there's no way I can suck it in as much as I want. No one will ever accuse me of being thin. I see Calvin doesn't come to my defense there. There's a shot on net. Calvin's just chucking along, too.
What did he do, Joe? Talk about 10 years ago when I was in school, we did this?
No, they're saying, so Grandpa, what would you do? I mean, I've never been called Grandpa before, but I was last night.
Nice job, Victoria!
2-minute warning. Eagles up.
So the point I was trying to make, Calvin, is the booth was used last night. It was used. It was nice to see the kids get some credit hours, and Nye comes out. But you can see that Nye is an athlete out there. She has the feel for the game. I mean, she hasn't played goal all year, and she looks very natural out there.
Good hands. She really does. Basketball player. So
Oh, she's deadly from the three.
nice switch.
Kempton lets it go back to Latchmore. Latchmore gets a shot off. What a rip by Latchmore. Nye did a good job just to push that away.
Out of all the saves Nye has made this half, that was the best save she's made, really. She had to work for that one. That was a nice blast from Latchmore. Gee, that was
She ripped it upper left.
close to 40 yards out there, so
She's going upper left on that one.
right on target.
Oh, there's a
another one on
shot.
target.
There's a rip by Reynolds. So we have 42 seconds. So this first half is winding down. Chazy with a 2-0 lead.
And the shots on goal are the Eagles 12 and the Keene Valley Beavers 0.
So if you're keeping a running tally this year, Chazy is now 24-0 against Keene this year in the fourth game. So a pretty dominating performance here this year against a quality team.
So far, the girls are concerned about Lake Placid coming up.
They are.
It looks like they're going to be playing the Bombers.
Well, it depends how they do against Wells. We'll hopefully find out at halftime. And the first half will come to an end. We're down to the 4-second mark here. And Chazy leading the Keene Beavers 2-0. Hey, Coach. And we're starting the second half here. Chazy leading the Keene 2-0. And Joe, just before the half, you brought up that the girls were concerned about Lake Placid. And then we went to the halftime ended. But during the half, we did call down to the Press Republican, and Chazy or Lake Placid beat Wells 4-0.
Well, that's pretty good then.
Yeah,
so they're
so-
they're tough.
Here's here. So the point being is the girls were concerned about Placid, and I think their big concern is they haven't seen them yet this year.
I'd go to Plattsburgh.com and see them.
Go to what game? Lake Placid?
Lake Placid game.
Well, that we got to tell Karen that. Coach Trombley, she can go scout them out.
She can make her donation at the same time.
And matter of fact, I'll get her attention right now. Coach Trombley.
Will you do the other side this time?
Coach Trombley.
Because Riley likes
Coach Trombley. We're live up here. The Calvin said you can go to Plattsburgh.com to watch Lake Placid play like Northeastern this year to scout them out. Plattsburgh.com.
Hopefully see KG in there if you want to scout them out.
And you can watch Chazy too and see how they did this year too. Calvin wanted me to let you know. So that was live dialogue here during this game with Coach Trombley. But we are going to do something different, Joe, this year, or this game. We are going to lower the mic and we're going to get Coach Hooper live while the game's going on. It's just not Fox News that can do that or NBC, Calvin, so can't Hometown Cable.
That's right, and I hope he'll be more like Joe Girardi and not so much like Charlie Emanuel. Charlie sounds like he's about 88 years old.
Charlie looks like he's about 88 years old.
He's not like Ozzie Guillen either.
Oh, Ozzy Unleashed, you mean?
Oh, yeah. Very colorful.
And the shot goes wide. So, Joe, I'm going to work my way down and take over, and I'll get Coach Hooper, and we'll drop the mic down to him. So we'll let you take over here.
Sure. Have you called Coach Hooper over yet? Are you gonna wait till you get down? Okay, great. Here we have a goal kick for the Beavers. Emma Nye is the keeper, doing a decent job. Chazy's leading 2-0 at 37:42 left in the second half action. This would be called semifinal.
This is semi.
The semifinals. The final game will be this Saturday, the 7th of November, down at PHS Field. It will be Lake Placid versus one of these two teams, the Chazy Eagles or the Keene Valley Beavers. First half goal scored by Victoria Reynolds and Astrid Kempinen unassisted. We're going to be calling Coach Hooper over here in a second. Joey Trombley, our play-by-play man, will be doing a quick interview. I'm going to be dropping the microphone down as we speak.
Well, folks, I'm Joey Trombley. I'm here with Coach Fred Hooper. We're live. We have never done this with Hometown Cable. It reminds me of Fox News and NBC, talking to Joe Girardi and Charles Manuel during the World Series. Coach, I want to say this. Your strategy putting M&I in net was a very good strategy on your part.
Well, I think right now we've unfortunately we had a little letdown on that corner kick, but you certainly can't take anything away from the first goal. That was a beautiful goal, and I'm not sure anybody could have saved that goal. But the second one broke her back. But yeah, you take apart from that, it could be a 1-0 game here, and yeah, it is actually. I think we're hustling well, and it's just I think right now your fitness level is we just can't run up and down the field with you right now. Other than that, we're not playing bad, though. I'm really pleased with what we're doing.
Well, Coach, you know as well as I do, we've covered all 3 of your games. Well, 2 of the games. I saw the game down in Keene. For the girls to be only down 2-0 here going into the second half like this, 5 minutes, I'm impressed with their hustle, their attitude. They got beat pretty convincingly 3 times this year from this team that's state ranked number 2 in the state, have given up only 1 goal, and your girls are doing a fine job tonight.
Yeah, they are outstanding group of young ladies. They work hard, and I likewise am really pleased with their effort, and I just hope we can punch one through here and try to get us back in this.
Well, from what I've seen, and you have Megan Hall was your goalie, and I've seen her out here, and she's a good all-around athlete.
She's
too.
a great athlete, and she her athleticism actually really helps us, and her work ethic right now has really been a big plus for us today.
Now, during the MVAC championships, I know Emma was out, but wasn't Sardella out too?
Yes.
With the flu?
Yes, and Megan Hall actually was out. Here we go. Let's
So there you are.
one more touch, and we're in.
Yeah.
So.
But of all the games that we played so far, this has been the best game that Keene has done. And I guess you play a team 4 times, you kind of can do some adjustments.
Well, and you're right. That's what we did today. Actually, like I say, Megan Hall's athleticism on the field itself is really helping us. And Emma Nye is such a great athlete that she's adjusted well. And she's made a couple of good saves.
Well, she looks natural. I mean, she looks like a natural athlete in the goalie position for not really playing there all year.
Right. She's the gym rat. When you see the 4th and 5th graders, always ball boys and managers, and she's an athlete.
Right.
But I do want to make a couple adjustments here. So nice talking
Coach,
to you.
Thank you. Okay, that was Coach Hooper. He wants to make some adjustments right now, and we're going to send it right back up to Joe. And I'll work my way up there, and this is it doesn't get any better than this, Joe. It's like NBC. Now, wait a second. We got Coach Trombley. Should we bring her while I got the mic here?
Yes.
Coach Trombley, we're going to do this live here. I say live. It will be posted on Plattsburgh.com. Coach is a little embarrassed here, but the camera's not on her, but we'll get some. So, Coach, this is your 2nd year here in Chazy, and you'll be very proud with what you've done with this team.
I'm very proud. Very proud. It's been a great year.
I noticed this year's team seems to be they're very cohesive. They're a true team. There's very unselfish play, and the girls just generally like to be together out there.
They do. This team is very unique. They, like you said, they play well together. They get along, and there's truly been their mission is to keep on winning, and of course, and let's see, we almost could have a goal here.
Caitlin Lapierre,
Sorry.
and she no, you have to call that. But I mean, Caitlin Lapierre can finish. Emma Nye, we were just talking to Coach Hooper on how athletic that Emma Nye is. And
he's very, I've only known Fred for a couple of years, but I feel like I've known him forever. He is a very smart coach, and he's put his best player in goal, and that's smart.
That was smart, because after the 3 losses this year, he had to do something different. And Emma Nye does a nice job.
Yes.
The goal, 13 with the assist.
So the 13, the assist. So 13 for us is Sandra Oles. So Sandra Oles came out of her shell this year.
She truly did. She came back this year being a senior, and she expressed that I want to play coach, and I'll do whatever it takes to play. And her and along with Sagan Trombley and Alexis, they played off the bench, didn't get much playing time.
Right.
And I told them since day one, if you hustle and if the ball goes off you the wrong way, you keep on hustling, get it. And they do. They hustle, and their skill. We every day we work on receiving and the touches and the passes and coming square, and it's unbelievable to see all of them the way they work well together.
They work very well. Now this is your 4th time playing Keene this year. The girls won 3 times rather convincingly. How do you prepare a team not to get overconfident, especially when you lose, you go home? So is there anything that you do special to try to to get that overconfidence factor not to go into their heads?
I told them since Camp Dudley, you know, they had a different team at Camp Dudley because of the swine flu, and a lot of the kids were sick. And you know, I told them it's hard to beat a team 3 times. It's hard to beat a team 4 times. And I came out and said, you know, just like any other game, you know, I want to practice tomorrow. Do you want to practice?
Well, and if you guys do get by this game, waiting for you, we do know now that Lake Placid beat Wells 4-0, and I know the girls are a little concerned about that if they get by this game, because they haven't played Lake Placid. Lake Placid played in the CVAC,
Right.
8-8 record, so they were obviously very competitive in that league.
Yep, and I think our schedule too. You know, we scrimmaged Saranac at the beginning, and we scrimmaged Beekmantown at the beginning, and then we just scrimmaged Saranac last week. And you know, we went out of our section and played 2 games at Mayfield against Northville and Mayfield, and then we also played Voorheesville. So we've pretty much played a variety of different, you know, areas and levels. And I think too, you know, if we come out and play our Chazy type of game, we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think you will be. I think the girls have to realize. I think what's neat about this team is I don't think they realize how good they really are.
They don't.
And that's a good thing.
And it is a very good thing because, you know, I walked into a team last year that was truly an unbelievable team. That, you know, girls have been on the team forever. And this year, not knowing positions, not knowing where I was going to put people until the first week. And this team, truly, they don't realize it. And it's almost a good thing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you never know. We never know where we're going to go, but I think we have a good chance.
Your quarterfinal game was what, 6-0?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 94, and you've scored 3. So, in your wildest dreams, would you figure 97 goals for and 1 against?
No, and that was one of our things too, is finishing, and to keep on shooting. And you know, we had our struggles at the game when we had 57 shots. But no, you know, I never thought that we'd only have 1 goal against. But this team works hard, and they truly, it's been a great group of girls. I told them the other day, actually, I wish I could coach them for the rest of my life every day. This group.
Yeah, because they're just so coachable.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
You know, they're girls, and girls, they can be tough, but it's been wonderful, and keep on going, right?
Well, you know, it's funny with Sagan this year. I told her, of course, she's the right fullback.
Right.
And I said, when you're on the defensive end, I said, if they're in your territory, take it personal, because your goal is to keep them off and let your offense score. So I said, playing good defense, keeping them off is just as impressive as scoring the 5 or 6 goals a game.
Nice.
Look at what a shot there was.
Oh, the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I mean, you know, Sagan, you know, I kind of came and told him, I said, I don't know how much playing time you're going to get. I don't know where I'm going to put you, her and Sanj. And they are type of girls put it in their mind that I'm playing and I'm going to work. And her decision making, you know, from the back, I mean, you get a defender and they're so nervous with the ball because it's the last person before the goal.
Right.
And, you know, when in doubt, I always told them, when in doubt, kick it out. But they possess the ball better. They make better decisions, and it starts from the back. We start from the back and go up.
The 3rd goal here started back here, actually. And it was just movement. But they, I'd say 90% of the time, they make the right decision
And they do.
with the ball.
And, like, look at Megan Reynolds. I think she's had 8 goals for the season as a defender.
We were talking about that up there. She's in the scoring ranks as a defender.
Who says defenders can't score?
Right,
Who
exactly.
said defenders can't assist? You know, and that's where, you know, you have a team, and I'm going to say my team's a good team, but we start from the back and go up.
Right.
You know, and the decision is either to pass the ball or to dribble, but, you know,
Coach,
right time.
Joe and I have said this all along, and it's a compliment to you that they're well coached, they spread the field, they know what they got to do out there.
Well, thank
so you're
you.
doing something right with them during practice.
You know what? It's come down to the last part of the season where you start seeing the things that you've been talking about. And, you know, as a coach, you find yourself sometimes thinking, okay, am I crazy? And then they look at you like you're crazy.
Right.
And then when you see them do it all the time,
right.
That's why you coach.
Right. And
this is why I coach.
You see them improve, and then something you work on, they pull it off in the game, you're going, wow, they got it.
I mean, I remember last year starting off showing them how to check to the ball. They thought it was crazy. What are you talking about? You know? And
there's a close opportunity.
That was a very close opportunity. But it's been a pleasure. This group, I tell you. Well, I don't want it to end anytime soon.
Well, here's the thing. We said the road to state championship is 6 games. This is the 2nd game into that journey.
Yep.
And we know in Chazy the journey is a state championship. There's a hard shot.
Yep.
Wide. And If they win this game, there'll be 4 more to go. Obviously, the Lake Placid game will be a big one.
It'd be a
and
big
then
one.
you got the team from the Section 10 that would come
Harrisville,
over.
Chateauguay game, yep.
One of those teams,
Yep.
which will be tough. And then,
Yep.
of course, the Final Four, you never know what goes on. But I think you guys are second ranked right now in the state.
I haven't checked it
Is
in
it
a while.
Davenport number 1?
Yeah, we were number 3. Arkport was ahead of us, so you
They
must
must
be.
have lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you moved up 1.
And I know Harrisville and Chateauguay play next Friday night, I believe, or some.
I don't
yeah.
know what the schedule is.
Yeah, so.
Well, Coach, thanks for talking to us
Thanks.
live during the game. We'll let you get back to your team, and I'll
It's been a pleasure.
head it back up.
Love
to
having you guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Joe, we're going to send it back up to you. We had a great conversation with Coach Trombley. And you got to just start pulling up on here, Joe.
Sure.
Now, what did you say that's going to be on Plattsburgh.com?
Yeah, you can get all the games at Plattsburgh.com. You go in.
Well, you know, Calvin was at a first on field while the game was going on, talking to the head coaches. Have you ever done that before on Hometown Cable?
I don't ever recall it now.
Wow, what a momentous moment we have in sports history. Sandra Holes lining up a shot. Emma Nye goes down and collects the ball, takes her time coming to the top of the box. It's really slick out there in front of the keeper for the Beavers.
Dry on the field.
Oh, yeah. You know, Mr. Norcross, Brian Norcross, has done a pretty good job keeping this field in halfway decent shape over the games. It's probably a good thing some of these, actually several games were canceled this year due to the flu going around and having to juggle schedules and stuff. And several of the games were taken off the Chazy field, and I don't think that hurts Mr. Norcross's feelings. But he's done another good job to get this field ready. Devin Latrimore trying to feed the ball in.
It might make the difference between hitting that 1 ton of fries and not doing it.
That is true. And the Mickey Fry goal this year was 1 ton, and we're going to fall short of that. I have a feeling we only have a few games left. There's 3 games left, and I don't think it's going to happen this year.
You have to do 100 pounds a night.
And it's probably not going to happen. But they did a pretty close.
You
Nice
Joey,
pass.
Joey can look with pride and say you've done your part.
Oh, we always do our part, unfortunately, as our girths grow over the fall. So
In fact,
that's the way it
Joey
is.
Still doing his part right
It's
now.
clothing. It's pure clothing.
Is it clothing, Joey? Okay. We'll accept that. You are a politician, so we will.
I'm not.
Actually, today is election day, too, which is a great day. Hopefully, everybody who's eligible and able to vote went out and did their civic duty and voted.
I'm glad I'm here tonight because tomorrow night you and Joey won't be talking to each other.
We're going to have a spat, are we? Oh, he's Coach Hooper is changing keepers. He's pulling Emma Nye out. And who's he going to replace her with? Is the clock stopped, Joey? No, the clock has not stopped.
15. Is there a 15?
Chazy's allowing the keeper switch for Keene Valley. It's a pretty good sportsmanship on Chazy Eagles' part to allow that. But you don't see that happen too often during the middle of the game. Well, we'll stop and let you switch keepers. You know, it's
But they didn't stop.
the clock is still running.
Is there a 15 on the Keene team, or is that pressure?
Is that the normal keeper that they have?
15 is Emma Nye.
Okay.
And
She's using her regular shirt then, so I know who came out.
it's probably the normal keeper. Who was the normal keeper that they had? So it's probably Megan Hall who switched with Emma Nye. Emma's gonna try to give him a little bit of offense here in the second half.
4 is Megan Hall. So if we see number 24, it's Megan Hall.
Okay, look at the speed with Chelsea Gay too. Must be with those 2 pieces of pizza that we had the other night. Oh, nice move by Gay.
Oh, nice.
Short corner shot. Oh, and
Nice save.
beautiful save by Hall. That was a nice save. Going to that short corner. Good movement by Chelsea Gay. Good speed. But it is, once again, it is kind of nasty and muddy and mucky and Quagmire-ish, I guess, if that a word. Good shot. Is that a word? We can make one up, can't we?
Joe, you can say whatever you want, buddy. You got the mic.
Can we make up that word? Quagmire-ish.
Sure.
Beautiful.
Very Quagmire.
Hey, why not?
If it's not a word, Webster will get wind of it.
Quagmire-y.
It'll become a official word in Webster.
It is an adjective anyway, however you want to put it. Oh, what a shot here. Good shot by Reynolds off the top of the box. Keeper for the Beavers is staying quite busy. Sandra Olds heading it over to Chelsea Gay. Chelsea Gay does a good job keeping her back to the defender, number 10. Over to Olds. Olds does a square ball on the top of the box. Joey, I don't have my glasses. You're going to have to get these numbers.
Push you over to
Okay.
here.
Beautiful. Now Lapierre was on the left side to start on the first half. Now she's on the right side in the second half. Moving the girls around, Coach Trombley is. Lattimore does a good job getting it up to Kempinen. Kempinen coming to the near side. Olds going to the far side. Being fought over by the defense from the Keene Valley. Picked up by Hall. Hall punts it out. Fought by Lattimore, number 15. Can I get the roster here, please,
Yes,
Joey?
sir.
Thank you. You don't have these in order, Joey?
M&I.
Oh, nice shot and a nice save by Hall. Good shot by Kempinen with a blast from the top of the box. She had made a diving save, and she did. She comes out to the top of the box, punts it out. Received by Trombley.
Well, when I was talking to Coach Hooper down there, he's very pleased the way they're playing this game
They're playing well.
compared to the other 3 games.
Yes.
And it comes down with his strategic moves.
Yeah. Well, he's a good
Great
coach.
coach,
He
great
is.
coach.
He knows what he had to do. Oh,
He wasn't.
trying to
He
thread
said
the
he was
needle.
impressed with the conditioning of the girls.
Yeah.
He was like, girls just can't seem to run with you.
No. Good fighting by Trombley with number 6. That would be Amanda Boyle. Tussling it out here on the near side. It's going to be a throw-in for Keene Valley. We have 20 minutes and 27 seconds left in the second half. Chazy up 3-0 in this semifinal game at the George Brendler Field. Today is November 4th.
Third?
Excuse me, November 3rd,
Election day.
Tuesday, November 3rd. Like Joey said, it's election day. Oh, here we have a break. M&I trying to fight her in. Good job by Trombley defending, kicking it out. Good defense by Trombley to defend against Nye. Nye was an offensive threat, rather quick coming out of the net. Chazy controls though with Sandra Olds. A lot of space Olds has. She's going to use it all. Look at her. Olds looking for Chelsea Gay. Chelsea Gay and number 10, McCabe fighting for the ball. Gay comes up with it, getting it back to Olds. Olds unleashes a shot to the far side, tipped up, hits off the top of the crossbar. It's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Keene Valley.
And it comes off of the foot of Caitlin Lapierre, hit the top of the crossbar.
Geez, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for filling in, though. You're doing a good job.
Listen, I can be color man. I can be color man, buddy. I can do that.
You're going to be short corner here by Chazy with Reynolds and Kempinen. Reynolds is back to Kempinen. Actually goes to Trombley, top of the box. Trombley lets loose with a shot. Right at Megan Hall. Hall has been busy since she's been in the net. She rolls it out to her teammate number 6. That would be Boyle again. Trying to find M&I. M&I fighting with Lattimore. Gets by Lattimore. Lattimore is still chasing after it. Covered by Megan Reynolds. She gets by Reynolds. This is why M&I is a threat. She is a good player. She got by two defenders, just couldn't get the pass off. Doran comes up with it. Feeds it up to the middle, finds Caitlin Lapierre on the far side. Caitlin Lapierre has some space, taking it up, making a move. Still on the far side, goes down the line. Trying to find Bushy. Bushy giving chase on the far side. Being fought over, it's going to be a Chazy throw. Quick throw by Bushy, trying to find Lapierre. She does Lapierre on the far side of the box. Tries to cross it in the center. Out of bounds off the defense of Keene Valley. It's going to be a corner kick for the Eagles on the far side.
And Victoria Reynolds going to be a short kick here.
Another short kick, quick kick. Good play. Served up in the middle by the Eagles rather quickly. Kind of catches Keene Valley flat-footed, but they are able to clear it. Out to Devin Lattimore again, top of the box. She lets go with a shot. Right to the keeper, Megan Hall again.
Megan Reynolds with the kick.
Or excuse me, that was Megan Reynolds?
Yep.
Okay, I don't have my glasses.
I know.
Beautiful, though. You're doing a good job.
But your instinct is very good.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad
If I
at
was
all.
on radio, nobody could tell.
No, they would have no idea. Trust me, it works.
Here we have Sandra Olds fighting with the ball. Gets by number 10, that would Taylor McCabe for the Beavers. Outside the box, she's fighting for the ball, still with Olds.
So election night, Joe, are you going to election headquarters after the game?
No, I have to work tomorrow, and so it's going to be an early evening. Chazy throw and finding, that would be Reynolds. Reynolds tries to cross it in. It bounces off the defender for the Beavers, and still inside the box, cleared out. Goes right back to Olds. Olds with some time. Defended well by McCabe, and she does a good job getting it over to Lattimore. Lattimore fights it off a defender, gets it over to Reynolds. Megan Reynolds on top of the box outside, 22 yards out. Let's go with a shot. Hits out the defender for the Beavers, kicked out. Chazy still comes up with the ball. Good job by Kempinen. And good job her and Boyle. Kempinen and Boyle going at it here. Some good soccer action going on. You got to give Keene Valley credit for not giving up. They're down 3-0, but they are still playing a tough game. We have Kempinen with a restart outside the box, trying to get it in, cleared out by McCabe. McCabe trying to find Nye, goes up in Trombley's foot. Trombley does a wise decision, plays it smart over to Megan Reynolds. Megan Reynolds has a lot of space. Outside the box, let's go with a nice serve inside. It's going to be a offsides call against Chazy. We have 16 minutes left in the semifinal second half here at the George Brendler Field, November 3rd, 2009, the Keene Valley Beavers versus the Chazy Eagles. My name is Joe Poisson. This is Joey Trombley on my left here. We are switching places this afternoon.
So I'll let you know it's 24 shots to 0 right now.
Beautiful.
To one favor.
How many corner kicks, Joey?
10-0 favoring Chazy.
Wow. Chazy's defense is doing another phenomenal job. These girls have been playing extremely well all year to allow this few shots is just phenomenal. Bushy at top of the box. Let's go with a shot. Right to Hall. The girls are blasting away at the net, but they're either putting it a little high or right at the keeper. And you got to give Hall credit. She's not allowing any second shots.
No, she's doing a very good job, but she's their main goalkeeper there. And no strategy by Coach Hooper to put Emma Nye in. It worked out well early, but when you're down 3-0, if you have any chance of getting on the board, you got to put your best scorer out there.
Oh, yeah.
And good move by Coach Hooper.
Sure, to keep the game manageable with a 3-0. Like you said, the first couple of games were pretty much wipeouts by the Eagles. Here's a nice serve. It's going to be just wide. It's going to be a goal kick for the Beavers. We have a couple of subs going in for Keene Valley. We have number 5 and number 7. That would be Anna Kwanko and
Kayla Hebert.
Excuse me. Okay, Kayla Hebert. And number 7, that would be Sarah Kaltenbach. Yes. Hey, these are some nice names. These are not local names, I take it.
Well, local for Keene.
Local for Keene.
Not for us.
They're not like the Lapeer and the Trombley,
Or the Poisson.
Yes.
Or the Cast.
Yes, there's a bunch of them too.
A bunch of them.
Yeah, a bunch of them. Nice serve in here by Chazy. Oh, yeah.
That came off the head of Victoria, I think.
I don't know who they are going to award that to, but that was a nice serve in. But it looked like Chelsea Gay served that in from the far side.
Well, it was at the 14-minute mark.
All right, that makes it 4-0 with the Chazy. Putting a lot of pressure on the Beavers.
5 from 14, so it was Chelsea Gay.
Serving that up, that would be Victoria Reynolds with her second goal this evening.
This goal here, it would be Reynolds, yep, her second. And Chelsea Gay.
Chelsea Gay's, she's another hard worker.
So how many is that for the season for the team?
For the team now, they are now up to 98-1.
98 goals for and 1 against. That is phenomenal.
Yeah, that is.
Scoring by committee, too. Victoria is the leading scorer with Kempinen behind her as far as points, but Kempinen has most of her points off assists. Mm-hmm. And they they're scoring by committee, and you can't. It's hard to defend that. You know, you have Caitlin Lapierre getting her share, Dorn getting her share. You know, it's just spread out. Chelsea Gay pumps one in every now and then. You know, that was a nice cross by Chelsea Gay. You know, Kempinen is
And here's the first corner.
just a
kick
nice
here.
player. First corner kick here for Keene Valley. All
Shots on
right.
net are 26. Well, I thought there was one shot earlier. They don't have it posted yet, but it'd be 26-1.
How many shots do they have against him this year, Joey?
Boy, there's not a lot. I'm going to 35 maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Not a lot.
It does show you how good the defense is playing. Even still, you know, in playoff action, you try to give the keeper a little bit of business. You know, Took needs to get some action, and this is really the first action that she's had this evening. Keene Valley trying to serve it inside, kicked back out by the Eagles, fought over by the top of the box.
Now, imagine this. This is their 18th game, and Catherine Took has had about 30 shots on all year.
Wow, that's defense.
I would say. But we don't want to give him any all-star recognition.
No,
that's for sure.
we'll give him one. Devin Lattimore, of course, he definitely deserves it. But there's a few more of these Lady Eagles who deserve to be on there. But
We won't bloviate any more than that.
no, we won't. We won't have Calvin. Calvin can't spend all his time editing us.
We won't say what game he did for us.
That was very nice of him to do that.
That was really nice for him to do that. Nor will we go into what we were bloviating about that game. But we definitely agreed it wasn't the forum to be talking about what we were talking about.
We had sharp tongues that evening.
So that's the beauty of hometown cable, is that we have the editing process. Now Calvin does say I owe him, because he had to watch the game for an hour and a half after to take out
Longer than that.
take out 7 minutes of.
Kind of splice it in and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, great here to
So
Cooper.
what happened was the score was 1-0. He comes back, it's
Cooper.
4-0.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Cooper, let's go with a shot. Sinead Cooper for the Eagles is in the game now for her first action this evening. This is when Coach Trombley starts subbing some people in and out.
And we got Emily Keeble into the game. Oh, here's a nice move. Here's her opportunity. This could be the second goal given up on. Oh, what a save. Now, the one thing I'll say about Catherine Took this year, not many shots, but when she's been called upon,
That's a big save.
that's a huge save.
Yeah.
Now, here's a young lady who's been 70 minutes of basically freezing out there, was ready for that play. So when she's called upon, she's ready to roll, and she just proved it right there.
That's true. She stuck right with it. That was a nice save.
It was
Going
a
right-
nice play by Keene to come down on the far side, and I think it was Emma Nye who let that shot rip.
They would like to put one on the back of the net just to take a little something here, because these seniors, it is their last game.
It is. I wanted to ask Coach Hooper
so-
how many seniors he had on the team.
I think Emma Nye is one of them.
I think so.
She's seems like she's been around an awful long time for varsity soccer for Keene Valley. We have Caitlin Lapierre. She dropped her back in the middle. Caitlin Lapierre serves it up to the far side. Over to Gay. Gay goes wide.
And since this is the last game for the girls on this field, we said this a few games back, the Butternut Squash Award we were going to give to the whole defense of Chazy.
The defense. Well, tonight's defense is a little misconstrued compared to what it has been. You've got to throw back
Lexus Bushy.
Lexus Bushy. You
Right,
know,
yeah, totally.
yeah. And Kirsten Dorn's played a lot of defense here the last few games, but she primarily was playing outside midfield
Yeah.
until she got injured. And Coach Trombley has dropped her back, and once again she's proving equal to that task back there in that sweeper
So do we want to
position.
get the girls here after the game for I didn't see what time it is, for a quick.
He didn't bring the squad.
I didn't bring the squash, Joey.
You didn't bring
I
the squash.
forgot the squash.
All right, Joe forgot
That
the
was
squash.
sacrilegious.
Well, the girls, they'll hear about this, but the defense has been awarded the Butternut Squash.
Yeah. They
He's gotten
We'll-
to you,
we'll-
Joey.
Huh?
He's gotten to you.
Well, yeah.
Everybody deserves an award.
Everybody gets a hug and a trophy, along with along with $100 of free health care.
Everybody's a winner.
And you don't have to work for it. But these girls have worked for it, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
they have playing decisive defense all year long, allowing so few shots, and but that's the nature of the beast with the all-star selections.
Well deserved, yes, because of what you're just.
You know,
about
it's
to say.
just it's they do deserve to be on that all-star team.
You don't
these
get
young
one
ladies.
game in
one goal,
in
no.
18 games.
No.
That all-star team should have been dominated with the defense. I mean, obviously the offense too, which they deserve. But oh wow, there it is, Sandra Oles
Sandra Olds, nice seeing the senior.
played her position.
Yes.
There it is. 99 goals.
99 goals.
We're going to go for 100
99
this
to 1.
evening. How much time is left, Joey, on the clock?
We have 8:20.
So we possibly could reach that century mark.
13, and we have
Kate-
Chazy Gay.
Chelsea Gay and Caitlin
Sandra
Lapierre,
Olds. No,
or
Sandra Olds.
Sandra Olds.
Yep.
24 is Lapierre, though,
24
right?
is Lapierre.
Okay. So what'd you say about Gay, though?
So that's her second assist for the night.
Didn't she say 24? That's
Oh, wait,
Lapierre.
no, 13 is Chelsea Gay 16. Who's 13? Oh,
There's Olds.
Olds is
Olds scored, and Lapierre got the assist. 24.
24. Okay. Lapierre,
Yes.
Okay.
That's okay, Joey.
That's all right.
You better get more color if you're going to be the color
I
man.
could see this happening in August, but here we are in November.
I know.
Yeah, but I'm in an unfamiliar role right
Yes, he's supporting.
now. This is very unfamiliar.
That's why I'm falling down. He's trying to support. Doesn't do a very good job.
Joe, I want you to fail.
We have, okay, Rush. Hey, we have number 9 in for Chazy. Who's number 9?
Number 9 for Shade. Where is she?
She went in went in a few minutes ago. Turn that paper over. You can see who the number 9 is.
There's.
She's one. I think she might be one of the junior varsity players.
I have the roster right here. I just got to get it.
Is it Christina Emery? Maybe? No. No,
it's
she's
Amanda
number
Hansen.
6. Okay, Amanda Hansen. I haven't seen her a lot this year.
She was sick for a while,
Okay, that's probably why.
but Chazy's back to a 5-0 lead. They beat them again 5-0, 6-0, and 7-0 this year. So this game kind of went true to form like the regular season went in the MVAC. So the girls' big game is going to be Lake Placid.
Yeah.
At Plattsburgh.
It's true. It's going to be this Saturday. We also have Emily Lapierre, number 4, in the game for the Eagles. But coming out, we have some more reserves going in. Number 18, Jessica Lauren. Number 19, Lindsay Hack. We have number 6. That would be Christine Emery. Number 17, that would be Jory Cooper. Okay, that's Sinead's younger sister. Coming off is some of the the great defense for the Eagles this year, the junior Bushy and the senior Sagan Trombley. Also the senior Sandra Olds coming off for the final time.
And this is their final time on the
This is it.
George Brendler Field.
Yeah. Chelsea Gay had a great game this evening. She had a couple of more chances to score earlier in that first half, but she worked hard. She pulled off a nice assist with the cross. Good player. She's going to be coming back next year for the Eagles.
Chazy will be strong next year also.
Oh, sure they will.
With what they have coming back and what they have coming up.
Here's a nice cross. Oh, just going to be wide. Be another goal kick for the Beavers. We have, 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second half. Chazy up 5-0. Semifinal action. MVAC Section 7 playoffs at the George Brendler Field here in Chazy, New York.
And you guys are always interested in milestones. I found out after the fact last night that the victory for the Cougars was Josie Gilroy's 350th soccer victory.
Wow.
That is great. Congratulations to her.
Roster just went down, so we've lost that.
Okay.
The
Well,
one got it, the one-
Joey's supporting role is slowly eroding.
Deteriorating.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You know, you give him a new job, and he's not very.
No, I have a new.
You're not flexible. You're
I have
not.
a new fondness for what you do up here.
Your adaptability needs some work, Joey. There's a nice cross by. Gee, just missing.
Sinead.
Been nice to see Cooper pull one off. Now, Cooper, is she a junior or a senior this year? She is a senior. That would have been nice to see her get a goal.
Sister
Her
Jory, I think, is a freshman.
sophomore.
She's a sophomore?
Yes, she's a
Okay.
sophomore, I believe. Good player too. She's going to be hearing about her for a few years.
Yeah, well, Jory was the JV goalie this year.
Okay, they brought her up too then.
Right. And I mean,
It's nice to see her get out on the field.
yeah,
Get a feel for another position because
Well, I
it looks like Took is going to be the keeper
she's there
for
for a while.
another 3 years anyway, barring injury or other mishaps, or somebody else extremely good comes along. But Took, like you said, Took has made few saves, but the ones she's had to make, she has done a good job. Just the second half with M&I going down, Took went right to the ground and corralled it in. Christina Emery giving chase of the ball for the Eagles. Give him some more playoff experience.
Play.
Good job by Lindsay Hack. This is a good experience for her to be playing against a quality player like M&I. See how she does Hack with the speed. Because at the varsity level, it's quite a bit faster than at the junior varsity level.
Absolutely. We
So,
got 3:40 to go, Joe.
Good. Well, you want to put this down as a W, Joey? What do you think?
Oh, yeah,
You're going to call this one?
Yeah, this will
Feel safe?
feel very safe.
See, she just needs to come wide, Christina. She wouldn't have to hustle. She would have got that had she. She's going to be watching this on Hometown Cable. She just needs to get wide. Play wide if you're going to be an outside midfielder. You'll be getting those.
So
those
their big game.
balls will be coming right to you.
So now they got to prepare for Lake Placid.
Lake Placid will be
Championship
Saturday evening at 5 o'clock,
At
right?
5 o'clock. And what's going to be interesting about that game is Chazy has not played them this year. I was talking to Coach while she was being interviewed during the game, and she's feeling confident because they've played Mayfield, they've played Harrisville, they've played Voorheesville, Beatmantown, Saranac. So they've played outside the conference this year, and they have not given up a goal. So she's feeling very confident, not overconfident, but very confident the way the girls are playing, that they should do okay come Saturday
Oh,
night.
sure. I have all the confidence in the world in these ladies, especially if they're going to make passes like that, which they've been doing all year. You know, this year she has some reserves in too, but you know, they'll see how they play. Like Christine Emery, she's, like I said, I pointed out, she needs to play a little bit wider when Chazy gets the ball.
That will happen. I mean, they came up from JV, so this is a new experience.
That is
for
true,
them.
but we have
Oh, here's an
Emily
opportunity.
Keeble.
Oh, look at this.
right
This is
here.
it. They're going to score.
Oh, yeah.
And they do.
They finally, the
So they
second
finally
goal.
score. Was that Emma?
It probably was M&I, it looked like. Yeah, Calvin saying, yeah, it was Emma.
Emma Nye. So nice for Emma Nye
Yeah.
to get on the board with 2:02 to go, and Chazy gives up their 15 from 23. So, and I think that was Sardella who got the assist. So with 2:02 to go, and a good call by Larry Bayshore, non-call, because there was a handball, and he said play on.
Play on.
You know, and
Sure.
so very, very nice. So congratulations to Keene to finally break through this defense. And it's now 5-1 with 2:02 to go.
But, you saw what happened with the reserves. I mean, with the reserves, they got to go out there. They're playing a quality team here at Keene Valley.
Mm-hmm.
That was a mistake made by the defense, to allowing that to happen. And you got to be on top of your game.
Well, in
ladies.
fairness to the girls, they've been sitting down all night.
True.
They're
Very
tight.
true. Very
they haven't
true.
seen a lot of time. So, but it's a good experience for them to be out there. And,
Without a doubt, yeah.
In the big picture, they've given up 2 goals this year. So,
It's still
I like the 99-2 ratio. No.
It was kind of hard to tell.
What was M&I?
That was good for her.
Very good. Joe, we got 1 minute to go.
Well, I will be seeing you Saturday evening at PHS. Here's a nice
So you
ball
weren't
right there.
here
Going to,
tomorrow night for the boys?
I will be. Oh, that's right, too. The boys are playing tomorrow
Yeah,
night.
the boys tomorrow night.
Boys are playing Lake Placid, correct?
They're playing Lake Placid.
Okay.
Yeah. the semis.
They played earlier this season, and the boys,
5-1, I think.
yeah, the boys beat them rather handily. They do have a player, Knox is his name.
Yep.
He's a
Evan
solid
Knox, I
player,
think.
yeah. Oh, a nice pass here. Going to Emily Lapierre. Just can't corral it quick enough to get a shot off. Still gets a nice cross. Kicked out. Kicked back in by, looked like Cooper. Fighting for the ball, everybody. Kicked back out by the defense for the Beavers. Kicked downfield to Took by M&I. Took just sends it back. And this game is a wrap, Joey. A 5-1 victory for the Chazy Eagles. They will move on to the finals versus Lake Placid Saturday night at PHS Field. Chazy pulls off another convincing win. My name is Joe Poisson. This is Joey Trombley to my
Forgot
left.
my name there for a second.
I never do this.
That's
here.
really nice.
We have the we have the person that really matters to my right, Calvin Castine.
Joe, you're doing a hell of a job there, buddy.
Today is November 3rd.
Signs the checks.
Today is November 3rd, 2009. You're at the George Brendler Field. And like they say at Hometown Cable, that's the way it was in beautiful downtown Chazy.